From the moment Dragon Ball begins, the world is introduced to a tiny kid living alone in the mountains, carrying a power pole, riding a flying nimbus, and sporting a mischievous monkey tail. That kid is Goku, wide-eyed, innocent, unbelievably strong, and completely unaware that he will one day become one of the most iconic heroes in anime history. What makes Goku special isn't just the number of transformations he unlocks or the towering villains he defeats. What truly defines him is the journey. His life is a long arc of growth, responsibility, heartbreak, discipline, sacrifice, and the steady unfolding of a pure spirit that refuses to be corrupted by power. To understand why Goku is beloved across generations, we have to go back to where everything began. The child who knew nothing about the universe but ended up saving it more times than anyone can count. When Goku first appears, he is nothing more than a wild, curious boy who doesn't even know what a girl is. He lives far from civilization, unaware of technology, unaware of what a Dragon Ball is, unaware of what a Saiyan is, and unaware of how dangerous he actually is. His encounter with Bulma becomes the spark that ignites the entire Dragon Ball adventure. If she had never driven her capsule motorcycle up that mountain, the future of the Earth and the entire multiverse might have turned out differently. In these early days, Goku fights based purely on instinct. There is no strategy, no rivalry, no ambition, no arrogance. When he throws a punch, it is to protect someone he considers a friend. When he trains, it is because he genuinely enjoys becoming stronger. This innocence becomes the foundation of who he is. While many characters in other series grow colder or more cynical as they gain power, Goku grows wiser, yet never loses that spark of childlike joy. Everything changes when Goku begins training under Master Roshi. This period marks a major turning point, not just in strength, but in maturity. Roshi doesn't merely teach him martial arts, he teaches him discipline, restraint, and responsibility. Through those brutal and hilarious training sessions, delivering milk, plowing fields, dodging bees, Goku learns what it means to respect power. At the Tenkaichi Budokai tournaments, we watch him transform from a wild mountain boy into a true martial artist. These early fights against opponents like Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, and Piccolo Jr. aren't just battles. They are tests of character. Goku loses, Goku wins, Goku pushes himself beyond his limits, and then he laughs, eats, and continues training as if nothing happened. His simplicity is both his charm and his strength. Even then, he showed a trait that would define him forever: a total inability to stay down. When Dragon Ball Z begins, Goku is no longer a boy. He's a husband and a father, and for the first time in his life, he's forced to confront his origins. Raditz's arrival doesn't just introduce the Saiyans, it introduces Goku to the concept of sacrifice. His willingness to grab Raditz, hold him in place, and die so Piccolo's special beam cannon could finish the fight remains one of the purest heroic moments in the entire series. That was the day Goku stopped being just a martial artist and became a protector. It was also the moment he truly understood what it means to be part of a family. Even though he discovers he is an alien, he chooses Earth as his home. He chooses humanity as his people. And he chooses to fight not because he enjoys it, but because the world needs him. The battle against Frieza becomes another monumental chapter. This arc shows that Goku's strength isn't defined by rage or hatred, even though it's the murder of Krillin, one of his earliest friends, that triggers his legendary transformation. Super Saiyan Goku is iconic not just because of the golden hair and blazing aura, but because it represents emotional awakening. For the first time in his life, Goku feels real fury, real grief, and real loss. Yet even with all that anger burning inside him, he still gives Frieza a chance to live. That moment captures the duality of Goku better than anything else. The heart of a warrior, the soul of a saint. He becomes a symbol of what strength should look like. Power controlled by compassion. But perhaps the most defining stage of Goku's life comes during the Cell Saga. This is the moment he truly grows into his role as a mentor, a father, and a leader. Goku sees something in Gohan that even Gohan himself doesn't understand. He knows his son carries a different kind of potential, one fueled by emotion rather than pure Saiyan instinct. His decision to sacrifice himself again, teleporting Cell away from Earth, isn't just heroic. It is thoughtful, selfless, and profoundly mature. He chooses to remain dead not because he fears the world, but because he believes a new generation should rise. For a while, Earth experiences peace without him, not because Goku abandoned his role, but because he passed it on. That is growth. As Dragon Ball continues, Goku's story evolves beyond the borders of Earth and even beyond the borders of his universe. In Dragon Ball Super, we meet gods, angels, multiverse tournaments, and cosmic threats greater than anything the Z fighters ever imagined. Yet despite all the divine power at play, Goku's core remains unchanged. His most extraordinary form, Ultra Instinct, is the perfect representation of everything he has learned. It's not about rage, it's not about pushing past limits, it's not even about winning. Ultra Instinct is an expression of clarity, a calm mind, a free spirit, and complete harmony of body and soul. It shows that Goku's true evolution isn't from weak to strong, but from reckless to enlightened. What makes Goku an unforgettable main character is that his development never stops. He grows physically, emotionally, morally, and spiritually. He makes mistakes, learns from them, forgives enemies, inspires allies, and continues to chase improvement, not to dominate others, but to discover the best version of himself. Across decades of storytelling, Goku rises from a lonely mountain boy into a symbol of hope across universes. He protects Earth not out of obligation, but out of love. He turns enemies into friends. Piccolo, Tien, Vegeta, even Majin Buu. He teaches us that strength without kindness is meaningless, and kindness without strength is fragile. What fans truly admire is not that Goku becomes a godlike warrior, but that he becomes a better person. So when we look back at Goku's journey, from the kid with a tail, to the champion on the tournament stage, to the father who willingly gave his life, to the Super Saiyan who shook the cosmos, and finally to the warrior who attains Ultra Instinct, we see a character who embodies the very essence of growth. His story is a reminder that greatness isn't born. It is built step by step through challenges, losses, friendships, and the courage to never stop improving. And that is why, after all these years, Goku remains not just the face of Dragon Ball, but one of the most beloved heroes in all of anime.